Welcome to episode 9 of Unleash the Potential. Did you know there are 80,000 charities in Canada and they have been significantly impacted by COVID 19? Fundraising has been difficult. I found this great founder and he has a platform that is all about paying it forward. So please listen in as we talk to another inspiring leader who's out there changing the world. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Unleash the Potential. I'm Rob Barlow, and I have an amazing guest today. He's here to tell you about how you can give back, and he has an amazing story about how he started it. And his name's Robin, and I'd like to introduce yourself, Robin, to the audience.
Awesome. Thanks so much for this wonderful opportunity, Rob. It's a pleasure to know you, and it's a great pleasure to do this interview with you. And hello, everyone. My name is Robin Daultani, and I am the founder of nicerr. And a little about me: I'm a chemical engineer, moved to Canada 9 years ago from India, did my MBA at Queen's University in Kingston, and have been in Calgary for past 8 years. So that's a little about me.
That's good. That's good. Man, it's been 9 years.
9 years, yeah. It's hard to imagine how time has flown by. Like that time I got married, had a kid, changed so many stints at work. So it's amazing. Been really rewarding being in Canada.
Well, Alberta is the land of opportunity. Let's just hope it stays that way.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, with guys like you, I'm sure it will. So, what have you done since Queens?
Right. So I finished my MBA, and as you said, 2012 was a great year for Alberta. Got my job over a phone interview here, which was hard for me to believe. And I was like, "You don't want to see me?" And they were like, "No, you come here and you start work from this date." I'm like, "Okay, I'm there." So I came here, worked for 5 years in an oil and gas construction company. Crazy times in Alberta, saw two acquisitions. So I joined a company, like I interviewed with a different company, I joined a different company, and then I left a different company, all within a space of 5 years. But a really good time for me as I kind of got to know more about the industry and the working style here in Alberta. The next 2 years were spent in a technology startup where I could use my experience from oil field, but it was a startup that was digitizing the construction that's going on the sites. So we used laser scanners and drones to create a virtual replica. We called it a digital twin.
Okay.
Uh, Great learning experience for me. I did sales, but at the same time, I got an opportunity to observe some really cutting edge technology from close distance. And that was actually the start for nicerr, because most of the conversations I had around technology, they revolved around automation or increasing productivity. And I used to feel awkward that not a lot of people cared about implementing technology for a greater good. Because let's be honest, this is not a perfect world. And there are so many people who are dying every day, who are hungry every day. And I just kind of wanted to have those conversations with people where we said, okay, we have great technologies. How can we use them to create a greater social impact? And there are some companies who are doing that, but I wanted to meet more of them and I wanted more people to think on those lines. So after spending 2 years in that technology startup, last year I was reading an article on how Warren Buffett auctions a lunch every year for charity, and someone paid $4.7 million last year.
Wow.
This is crazy, right? Yeah, I had the same reaction. Like, oh, this is $5 million for a lunch. This is insane. But then I asked myself a question: why only Buffett? Because there are so many great people in this world who have such wonderful experience and expertise, and they want to share that with others. And what if we could use that form of connection as a way to raise money for charities around the world. So that was the seed idea. That is how I last year kind of started working on nicerr. Uh, and here I am 1 year down the line, and nicerr is growing really well. We are kind of catering to a large number of advisors right now, and looking forward to what's in store for us in coming years.
So, so basically, what you're saying is you're using people's networks to help others,
Correct.
um, and it's a. I guess you must charge some money, or there must be some kind of way to take that time and contribute it to a charity. So, how does it all work? Like, what charity do you use? Like, how does a person become part of this great I guess it's kind of like crowdsourcing networking.
Correct. No, that's a great way to put it. So uh, the problem that we discovered, Rob, in the market was that technology has made it really easy to contact anyone, but it has made it really hard to connect with someone, right? So a lot of people, I think you can relate to that. Uh, you get a lot of emails, you get a lot of LinkedIn requests, but you don't have time to go through all the emails,
Right.
right? And but you still want to pay it forward, because people, when you were kind of working through your early careers, there were people who helped you out, and you want to pay it forward. So nicerr, we launched this platform to make it really easy for people to do that. So when people sign up as experts or advisors on the platform, we build a kind of a richer profile for them based on what they have done in the past, what is their expertise. Every person has different meeting preferences, which are taken into account to create that profile. And then we use this richer profile to match them with the incoming requests. So if someone is looking for advice with fundraising and they work in a sector that you target, we get that meeting to happen, right? And because for someone who wants to talk to you and who's not, or who may not be in your network, what we have seen is it may take up to 4 weeks to connect for people with someone who's outside their network but who's the right person. So we reduce that time to 3 days, and you're right, for that service we charge. So a person pays a set amount to talk to an advisor. All calls happen via Zoom or video call for 30 minutes. And the great part about nicerr is up to 90% of what a person pays to meet an advisor goes to a charity, and that charity is selected by the advisor.
Wow.
So every advisor gets to select their own charity as long as they are a registered charity, and we can kind of complete the donation transaction. And we currently have 110, over 110 advisors who support over 70 charities on the platform.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been an amazing time for us, like through like growing nicerr from just an idea, and now it's like we have started expanding into US, we have started expanding into India. We have been getting queries from people around the world to sign up on the platform. So yeah, it's everything an entrepreneur could ask for.
Right. So there's 80,000 charities in Canada.
Correct.
So, and they're all competing for the same pool of money.
Correct.
And so this is a great way to leverage.
Right.
And it's kind of like funny that you're in Alberta planting seeds. You know, like
Right.
it's kind of it's pretty cool. And it's interesting to me that there's 100 advisors already. So what are your goals? Like, how many do you hope to get, or is there no? Is it just going to grow organically until the platform crashes on Amazon AWS?
That would be awesome if the
Yeah, it
platform.
would be good. You'll be charging more than 4 million by then.
Exactly. I'll dance a bit when the platform crashes, and then I'll go back to work. But yeah, great question. So uh, we don't have a set target in terms of the advisors on the platform, but what our vision with nicerr is for it to become a global marketplace for advice and expertise. So the vision that we have is, imagine someone in Whitehorse, Yukon, who's trying to set up a manufacturing plant. But through nicerr, what we want to give that person is the experience of the entire world. And we want a platform where he or she can go and talk to a manufacturing expert from South Korea, right?
Wow.
And
Yeah.
we want that money to flow to a mission in Africa, right? So I think this is, for us, it's the harnessing the true power of the internet, and so that the knowledge and expertise is not just confined to people's minds, but it is used as a medium to create goodness around the world.
Right.
So we are taking like a slow approach. So for example, right now we are primarily focused in Canada, but we have started opening up the doors in US. We are partnering with a lot of organizations in the process to take it to more people, and then slowly make it a global platform where if you need with anything, you just go there, put it, put what you're looking for, talk to an expert, pay some money that goes to a social kind of good initiative, and you're on your way.
Wow. Well, I mean, there's 250 million active users on LinkedIn. There's 500 million signed up.
Right.
So if you could actually get, that's a huge pool to even get a certain percentage of that because, I believe, what you're doing is like, it's amazing. It's leveraging, knowledge, which is what
Exactly.
in
Like it's
today's environment, I think bang on. Like we really, this is our world. And, I think people need to adapt. And so, is there anything that you need? Like, did you start up with impact fund investments, or what? How did you like? Is there anything the audience could help you with?
right. No, a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
And you've been associated in this world, so I think you know a lot. But for us, I think we have proven the concept with the MVP, and we have. So I have my CTO back in India, and we have started developing an automated scalable platform that we can actually scale around the world and start targeting more people. But we are looking for a pre-seed round to accelerate the development.
Yeah.
And in my, like, I have spoken with a few investors, but what I have realized is being a social enterprise, uh, we we are attractive to only a certain kind of investors in the
Right.
marketplace. So we are just being honest with them and ourselves by saying, oh, it's highly unlikely that people will get 5x, 10x their returns in a year or 2 years, right? So we are looking to partner. I think partner is the right word because uh, we just don't want the money, but we want the expertise of people who have run social enterprises, and we believe we have a very strong business model at the core because we charge a small fee to run the platform, but we need some help in getting to a place where that small fee actually starts making sense. So if we are doing 100, 500,000 meetings a month, it's still not enough. But we want to achieve a scale where we are doing million, 2 million meetings a month. And we believe that's possible. And you just said that there are 250 million active people on LinkedIn,
Oh yeah.
right?
It's totally
And
possible.
exactly. And we believe that we can definitely do 1 million, 10 million meetings per year. That's not
Right.
a moonshot. It's really achievable. So we are looking for partners who understand the long-term game and who are ready to invest with us to help us kind of reach that stage. We are looking to partner with a lot of organizations. I think you brought that point earlier, saying there are a lot of charities in Canada, and they are vying for the same wallet. And COVID has actually impacted the social landscape drastically because we did a survey. I talked to a lot of people. Even today, I was talking to a person, and she said that now galas, which used to be like a big thing for charities to raise money, it's hard to do galas in a post-COVID world. And people attended galas for that in-person connection,
Yeah.
which is really not happening virtually, not at least now.
Right.
Charities are in a situation where they need to innovate too,
Right.
and we believe that we have the platform that we can roll out to them, where now they can actually start enrolling people to support their causes. So we are working with a few charities in that domain. We are working with universities and schools as a platform to start engaging their alumni, right? Because there is an element of personal and professional development, but there is also an element of giving back. So I think those two values kind of come together really well in that
Right.
setting.
Yeah.
So yeah, so just kind of looking for more of such connections. So if the viewers can connect us to those kind of people or organizations, that would be a big help. If there are any impact investors who are watching or listening to this show, we would love to connect and show them what the future looks like for us. And any person who wants to sign up as an advisor, right? Like I think we all have the experiences and the capabilities to pay it forward, and we would love to kind of have them on the platform.
Well, I signed up, and I'm really looking forward to helping others with my, advice. And I looked at some of the advisors, some of the ones that I know. They're very experienced people, and I'm sure it's going to do really well. And how can it not with a name like nicerr? I
Thank you.
mean, today everybody needs to be a lot nicer,
I
and
agree.
to make the world go round. So I want to thank you for spending the time with me. I mean, it's an amazing company, and it's going to do really well. It's not plausible; it's high probability, and yeah, thank you.
No, thank you so much. So as I said, it's really an honor to be connected with you, to chat with you, and to participate in this kind of medium of communication. And yeah, really looking forward to doing great things, and really fortunate to have support of people like you. So thank you so much.
Okay. Well, this has been our episode this week. And if you want to hear more great people who are unleashing the potential, like Robin and nicerr, making the world a better place, please hit subscribe or listen to us on our Spotify channel. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you.